Really apologize. This is my first time opening boxes online, so we're gonna have probably some trouble with me messing the camera up. It's really hot down here. If you don't know, in Ohio it's like 90 degrees the last couple days. Not very fun. Also, what else? I forgot my hat in my wife's car. My wife left to work. Usually I have a red bucket hat. I forgot it. It's a sad thing. I feel kind of naked without it, but you're not allowed to be naked on Twitch, so let's just move along. I am pretty excited to bring to you guys Flesh and Blood. It's a new trading card game made by Legend Story Studios. It's been out for a little while, but because of the whole, worldwide pandemic, it's been a little hard to get packs shipped over to the US. Now we're starting to get things in stock. If you've never seen the game, it's wonderful. I'm not going to go through describing the gameplay too much during this video because it's a lot. If you want to check some people out that are doing it, just go to Flesh and Blood on YouTube. You can check out. They have a lot of links to different people. I'm going to be probably putting this on YouTube myself. And once I do, I'm going to have some people to link. There's a group called Kitchen Table TCG. They do a lot of videos which are very nice. And when I open the Blitz decks later, they actually do a full how to play the Blitz decks on their channel. So I will be linking that so you guys can go check him out. He is a very good content creator when it comes to this game in general. And he will be able to teach you, be able to go through some of the combos of the deck, what cards are in the deck. I don't know a lot about this game at all at this time. So we're going to be learning together. I'm putting a learn to play group together so we can check it out. But without further ado, I'm going to get right into it because, like I said, it's really hot down here. And I have no idea what these cards do. I don't even know what order the cards are in. And also, if you go to look at the value of these cards, some of them will seem a little out of there. If I open any of them, we'll explain it. It goes into a lot of, there's a first edition printing of the packs, and then there's an unlimited edition printing of the packs. The first edition ones, they're only going to be printed once, so they are hard to find, therefore they are expensive. The further the game goes, the more expensive those cards are going to get because they'll never be printed again. This box here is unlimited, meaning they will continue to print this exact set. It contains all of the packs that are going to be in your first edition box. Just the foil process is different, and collectors really like those foils. People, if you've ever played trading card games, people like to bling out their decks, make them as pretty as possible, all that stuff. You know what they do. So we're going to crack the seal right here and get right into it. I'm going to turn the camera around and hopefully turn my zoom off so we can get some good stuff going here. Hopefully this box contains goodies. Like I said, I'm not familiar enough with the game to know what the goodies are. Things that intrigue me, Bulb and Fang, as long as there is better. Yes, right? I'll tell you what, I have a full box of magic foils that I don't know how the cardboard box that they're in is not curved. Like, I went to, a couple weeks ago, I went to the Outer Banks for vacation, and I was going to take my commander deck because I know there's a card shop down there, but it's so humid in North Carolina that I'm like, I'm not exposing my commander deck to those elements. I have not heard anything about the foiling of this game, whether they bend or whatnot, but I do agree. Funky, how are you doing today? Buddy, I'm not going to be eating any Bean Boozleds during this event because I plan on posting this. I will owe you that, and thank you for those bits. Actually, I have some more good stuff to show you later. But for now, we're going to try to turn this camera around, and we're going to try to fix the focus so it will autofocus. Time will tell whether or not this is going to work. There we go. You can see my house. We're going to try to set this up like right in here somewhere. Maybe aim it down a little bit so you guys will see the packs as I'm opening them. So here we go. Brand new box. This will be the first card, or the first physical cards that I touch. I have the Blitz decks here. I have not opened them yet. They are all still completely closed, factory sealed. One thing I will tell you, that I like about this game so far is when you buy one of the pre-constructed decks, there's not 10 pounds of plastic around them or paper. It's just like a deck of cards, which is really nice because you don't have to worry about, I mean, I don't pay for all that extra packaging, but at what point do you pay for all that extra packaging? So it's just nice, simple. I don't even know if there's a learn to play in here or whatnot. It's just really nice and simple. Mr. Zap, how are you doing, buddy? So like I said, this will be the first pack that I have ever opened of this set, of this game. So I don't know where the rares are. I don't know. I will tell you, they have... Okay, this is the very first set to come out. This is the Unlimited Edition box. What they do is they have a first edition and a limited edition. The first edition sells for about, I think they're about $4,000 at the time of this video, which is the end of August. This box here cost me about $70. What they do is we're not going to print this set anymore. Once they sell so many of this first core set, the first base set, the alpha set, whatever you want to call it, they're going to reprint that and get more in circulation too. So there's never going to be a demand. Mr. Tool, thank you for that sub, buddy. I will sing to you later. I have the alerts turned off for this video. I'm going to owe you guys a whole bunch, I can tell by the end of this. So, I'll also, let me show you right now while I have it up on the screen. I will show you, hey, thank you so much for the follow, Kate's Gaming. I appreciate that. I will show you a quick, these are cards from this set. If you look over here, you're going to see this is a legendary card from the set. The most expensive card from the set. Right now, this is selling for $6,000. Now, this is the first edition printing. It has a different foil, which is a whole bunch. That's a lot of money to drop into a set, or into a card. But that is the first edition printing, so it has a different looking foil. It's called a cold foil. You won't be seeing any of those from me tonight because this is not a first edition box. But if you actually look at the card, if you click on it right here, I already have it open. It's $150 for the foil for the Unlimited set. They haven't really figured out a way to change it between the first... Oh, I hear my diesel dog going crazy. They haven't really found a way to distinguish the pricing between the first edition and the Unlimited edition. So when you look at this card, you're like, oh my gosh, this thing's $6,000. I'm never going to be able to afford to play this game. Well, the rarest card from the set right now in foil is $150. Vulpin fan, thank you for that resub. You guys just started a hype train, and I turned my alerts off, and I feel really bad about it. You guys are wonderful. You guys are killing me. So, if you look at other cards from the set, like if you look down at the 7th or 8th, this card right here is $75. But if you actually click on it, it's $8. But this will be the first edition foil of the card. Like, they put the most expensive cards on the TCG player. I know you guys are hype trained, and I don't even know what to do about this right now. Like, I feel like since I haven't opened a pack yet, maybe I just let the hype train roll. I don't know what to do. You guys are insane. I don't have my hat. And it's really hot down here. That's kind of why I like doing this video, because you don't have to look at me. You can just look at the cards. There's your little dance. Alright. And my diesel dog's upstairs whining, and it's making me very sad. And when I mention him, he starts whining even more. Alright, so we're going back to the card cam here. So we are going to open the very first pack that we've ever opened. Like I said, we've never touched a physical card until right now. I don't know where the rare's at in these packs. King Zap, I see you. It's me, Zap. And I don't know. Alright, the first card we've physically touched is a Pummel. A Pummel, it looks like it is a common. I will probably be going in and doing a how to play video, deck construction. I will tell you, this is a generic card, so it can be put in any heroes. There's several different heroes, warriors, runecasters, stuff like that. You can only put warrior cards in a warrior deck. You can put generic cards in any deck. And there's more heroes coming out every time. There's a new set coming out next month called Tales of Aria, which is introducing some new heroes and some new classes. Along with those new heroes and new classes, some new cards that can only be played in those classes, and some new generics that can be played in any class. Also, if you look at the card up here, it's going to have a pitch value. You actually pitch this from your hand to play... more bits, thank you, buddy. To play the cost, which is right here. This costs 2, or you can pitch it for 2, and then you can use the ability. Or if you wanted to, if you're on the defense, you can play it from your hand to defend for its defense value. So there's a lot, and like I said, I'm going to try not to get in too much into the gameplay right now. We're just kind of looking through the cards because we've never seen them before. Funky, if you would like to get together and play this sometime, I'm looking maybe to even go down to the card shop and play tonight, if you're interested. Because I have the 4 Blitz decks, which we'll get into, and I'm kind of looking for people to play with. So it looks like they put the commons up front. The Steelblade Shunt, I've seen this card in a lot of decks. If you want to, just get on YouTube and look up Flesh and Blood. They put all of their content creators right up front, so it's really easy to learn how to play, to find the community. The community is really together. I could potentially be opening up a box of Midnight Hunt on pre-release if I can find the funds to buy them. I actually just got, I can't really talk about it. I did a thing for a certain broadcasting thing, and they gave me a $125 Amazon gift card, so I'm going to be using that to buy some cards. Oh, it looks like this might... Okay, here's a regular foil, not a rainbow foil. So we got a foil out of our first pack, which is awesome. And it looks like they just put the rares anywhere in the pack. I'm not exactly sure. Alright, so our first card, our first rare out of the pack, actually looks like it's a legendary. I don't know, I can't see it. Oh, it's a T. That's for the token. I don't know. Like I said, I don't know the cost of any of these. I'm not really looking into the value right now. But if you're the promos of these are like $50. Let's see if I can actually find where the rare is at in this pack. All right, the rare is the Steelblade Shunt, which is a stabby sword. Now this, when you start the game, your characters start the game with all of their equipment put on them, which is awesome because you start the game at your most powerful, and then as you decrease in power, like as the game goes on, your guy wears down and gets less powerful. So it's kind of cool. And then you'll see all the cards have different pitch values. They all have different costs. You never have a dead hand because you can always pitch the cards to play the cards. And then at the end of the turn, which when we draw a hero, we'll get into the heroes. But for now, it looks like we've got a Steelblade Shunt as our rare. I don't know if we just put the tokens somewhere else. And I don't know what an S is. I don't even know what the rarities mean. Is how much we've played this game. No, this Bonehead Barrier is actually a super rare. So we got a super rare and a rare out of the same pack. That little S means it's a super rare. You can't really see it because my zoom's messed up. S is the letter before T, which makes sense. I'm just going to pull the cards up here by my face so I can look at them really quick here. All right. And then if you look at this one here, like these refraction bolters, they are actually a warrior equipment. So the equipment goes, you can only use it if you have a warrior class character. Yes, I like it because you start the game at your most powerful. It doesn't matter. As the game goes on, you weaken. Your characters get worn down, which is pretty cool. I actually did, when I first saw that, I actually did think of Swiftfoot boots. And now I'm going to go and have all of my magic cards altered to look like Flesh and Blood cards. Because this is what I want to do with my life. And like I said, there's 24 packs in the box. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. So apparently the tokens, let's see if this token is double-sided. It is. All of it looks like a lot of the tokens are double-sided, so this Dawn Blade is also a Quicken. Which a Quicken, the next card you play gets Go Again. During your turn, you get 1 action point. You can use your action point to do, you're not going to believe this, an action. If your action has Go Again, it pretty much means regain an action point. A lot of the ninja cards have Go Again. Like if you look at the Harmonized Kodachi here. It's once per turn, and that red thing is your action point. You use your action point to attack. And if there's a card that costs 0 in your pitch zone, where your pitch zone is where you discard the cards to play your cards. Like if you pitched this card, you would actually get 2 resources because of the 2 over here. So if you have a card that has a pitch that costs 0, so it would have to have a cost of 0, this gets Go Again. And since this is a one-handed weapon, your ninja can hold 1 in each hand.
This is Not Silver by the Kid Leroy, Polo G, and Stunning Gambino. Tap the banner to listen.
Looks like we get some ads here. Let's turn the music off. We don't need no stinking music. So, like, the ninjas are really quick. The ninjas are kind of like death by 1,000 cuts. They hit you for 1, they hit you for 2, they hit you for 1, they hit you for 2. They combo off with these little attacks. So a lot of the stuff in the ninja deck says Go Again. So the token was actually put backwards. So let's see what we're looking at. Demolition Crew. And I love the art in these packs, too. The art is really cool. And then I'll see if I can find 2 of the same, because I'll show you what they look like. And then you can start with the head equipment, and they all have abilities. You can use them to block. Energy potion. There's potions. Ooh, a foil potion of strength. That's pretty cool. Like right here. Here we go. That'll be a good way to show it. And that energy potion and the potion of strength, which is another foil, are our rares for the pack. Anything that says an item stays in play when you play it. Anything that's an action goes to your graveyard at the end of the chain. And there is cards, like this is the same exact card, Savage Swing, but they have different rarity values. Like this one, you can pitch for only 1. It costs 1, but it attacks for 7. And it's a brute action, so you can only play it if you're a brute. But then there's this Savage Swing, which you can pitch for a full 3, but it attacks for less. And they have the same defense values. So you can pitch it for more, so it attacks for less. So, and you can run in a Blitz deck, you can run 2 of each. So you could have 2 yellow Savage Swing, 2 red Savage Swing, 2 blue Savage Swing. So if you want to build a deck that is just all about attacking, you can actually run 6 Savage Swings in your deck. Now I believe the yellow Savage Swing pitches for 2 and attacks for 6. Oh yeah. Now if you're playing constructed format, which is 60 cards, oh yeah. Like I said, if you want to look to get into this game, look up tutorials, because There is a lot to take in. And the cool thing is everything is available. Like you see full board state. You don't know the cards in your opponent's hand, but you've got, like I said, I've never played a game of this. I just seen it and wanted to jump right in. All right, here we go. This is our first hero card. Now, the hero cards are double-sided too, so we actually got 2 heroes. They say that you can build a deck out of a box because everything's double-sided. Now, this guy is a brute hero, which is a young hero. Young hero means that your heroes can be used in a blitz deck. There's young heroes and there's old heroes. This here is your health. He starts with 20 health. This is your intellect. At the end of your turn, man, that should be a hand model. Look at these things. Beautiful. At the end of the turn, you draw up to your intellect value. Right now, everything has an intellect of 4. As things come out, they might be more powerful. They might have a higher intellect, but a lower health, you know. And then they also have their own abilities. This guy says when you discard a card with 6 or more attack during your action phase, intimidate, which intimidate means that they put a face-down card from their hand at random before they defend. So it kind of stops them from being able to block you. Because he's a brute, he wants to be able to do brute things. And also, since he's a brute, you can use this Savage Swing in his deck. And then on the other side is Dorinthia. Dorinthia is a warrior. Now, since she's a warrior, let's look at cards, because you guys want to see all these cards. She can use the Dawn Blade. Now, this is a 2-handed weapon, but if it attacks for the second time, it gets a +1 attack counter. And then if it doesn't attack, you remove all the counters from it. So you want to use a lot of cards that say go again, so you can get multiple attacks. A lot of people think that Dorinthia, like when a weapon hits, you may attack an additional time with that weapon this turn. So pretty much, if you hit with Dawnblade, you can attack with Dawnblade again this turn, which Dawnblade is meant to be attacked with twice. So Dorinthia and Dawnblade are made for each other. They both start with D. It makes perfect sense. So let's see what the rest of this pack has to offer us. And I don't think you have to have Jace, the Mind Sculptor, like intellect. There's no infinite combos in this deck, or in this game. So it's kind of nice. You don't have to worry about people comboing out on you. And I'll go through the basic card types. You have attack, which costs an action. And they also have a cost to pay, which you'll have to discard other cards. No, the older ones actually have more attack. But so you can either attack with this, use it for defense, use it to pitch to play other cards. So all of your cards are very versatile. Anything you pitch to play a spell at the end of the turn goes to the bottom of your deck in any order you want, I believe. Yes, yeah, the Blitz, a lot of people like to play Blitz because the games are a lot faster. And I'm going to go through, I have 4 of the 4 newest Blitz decks here too, which we'll go through. And these are from the Monarch set, which just came out recently. And then I believe it's next month we have a new set coming out called Tales of Aria, which is going to be pretty cool as well. I'm looking on putting some welcome events together, some learn to play events. I think my first one is going to be September 18th. So if anybody lives in the New Philly area and is interested in playing this game, we're going to have a learn to play on 18th, which is also the Magic pre-release weekend. So I'm thinking we'll have some Magic players down there, so I'm kind of hoping to get them to want to play. Oh, looks like we got a equipment here. This is an arm equipment. And like I said, you start the game with all of this equipment in play. So it's you start out at your most powerful, and you just hope to go back and forth, back and forth. You can destroy this gauntlet for your next attack with costs 2 or greater. It gains +2 attack and go again. Or I mean, you won't defend with this because it has a defense of 0. But if you have something that could increase the defense of that, like I said, I'm new to this game. I'm really not sure if you even have access to these things. But then here we have a Guardian action, so there must be a Guardian hero. You can only use this if you're a Guardian. Looks like our foil, there's mostly a foil in every pack. So there's probably a foil in every pack, and then there's also, I don't know if this is considered the rainbow foil, but I'm going to say it's not. Because I think a rainbow foil would be much more rainbowy. I have been wrong before, though. But then here's another Guardian action. So hopefully we'll find a Guardian hero, because this whole deck is full of Guardian actions. And we still have to do the wonderful search to find our rare, which our rare is disabled. I've been opening these packs, and I don't know. It is just you and your opposing hero, or you and your enemy. Just it's your hero versus their hero. Everything in the game is attacks and defense. And this is our rare. If it deals 4 or more damage to a hero, put a card from their arsenal on the bottom of their deck. At the end of every turn, you can do what is called arsenal. So say I have cards in my hand. Well, not that, because that couldn't be in my hand. At the end of the turn, I'll draw up to 4 cards. So let's say I play all of these cards, and I have this left in my hand, and I don't want to use it. I want to draw my full 4 cards. You have 1 arsenal spot, which you can put this face down and then draw your 4. It's kind of like a 5th spot, like a 5th card in your hand. They actually said that with the next set coming out, there's going to be multiple arsenals. Now, I'm not sure if at the end of the turn you can arsenal 2 cards. Nobody's told me anything about this yet. They haven't really released any of the rules about it yet. Also, I believe when you go into the game, you don't have I don't think you have a sideboard, but you have a, and if anybody's played this game and you want to correct me on anything, please feel free to do so. I'm trying to learn as much as possible about the game, so being able to be corrected is a really good way to learn. Oh, it looks like we got the grown-up Rhinar out of this pack. So he has 40 health. And we got a second Kadachi. So if we draw the ninja, we could probably actually build a ninja deck out of this box. And like I said, it won't be the most powerful thing in the world, but it will be fun. Let me take a break and go let my dog down here so he stops whining. Alright, hopefully he won't jump up on the while I'm trying to do this here. Scar for Scar. Then this is just a generic action, so it can be played in anything. I will explain combat chains a little bit here. All of these are just generic actions, so they can be played as an action. Ooh, we got another ninja equipment. Oh, this is arm equipment. And this has a defense of 1. So when you go to choose your defenses, you can actually defend with it. But when it defends, it gets a -1. So you can defend with it once, which is kind of nice because everything wears down. Like I said, you start out at your most powerful, and it's just a grind fest. Here's our rare Breakneck Battery, which I've seen this one too. This is when you play it, discard a random card. And if the discarded card has 6 or more attack, it gains Go Again. If you've seen a lot of the Brute cards, they all seem to have a lot of power. So to be able to, like this one costs 2, and it hits for 6, and it has a chance to have Go Again. Plus a defense for 3. This is actually a really good card. Ooh. And Lightning Strike. This is I believe, one of the mythics from the set. Oh, sorry, they're not called mythics, they're called majestics. Now, I want to say that this card is expensive. So let's look it up real quick. So we're going to go to the TCG database. It seems really good. So we're going to go to Welcome to Rathe. We're going to value them down. There it is, right in the top. Enlightened Strike. This is Unlimited Edition, so we'll have to look at it. Near Mint, Unlimited Edition Normal. So it's not foil, it's normal. Yeah, this card is $65 on TCG Player. I paid about $70 for the box. So this one card right here just paid for my entire box. So I guess we would call that a good hit. Yep, that's a good hit. We'll take it. So 4 packs in, and we've paid for the box. Unless I'm completely... But it says Unlimited Normal Rare. That's the wrong scene. I'm so excited now. And then we got a foil Iron Rock Gauntlet. And it's just an arm piece that can defend for 1. And when you defend with it, it breaks. But it is a foil, which is nice. And we've got some more Guardian attack actions. I'm really excited to see what this Guardian's going to be. Like I was talking about the ninjas, like this is just an attack that automatically has go again. So it's pretty much just combo out. Vulpin, go ahead and ask your question. Like I said, I'm going to try to build as many decks as I can from this box, along with my starter decks. Attenle Piglay is where I speak in Pig Latin. I will not be redeeming any channel points during this stream, though, because I'm trying to make it YouTubeable. And a lot of people won't understand, one, already whom I'm talking to. So it might not work. We might just have to keep this with strict streaming here, but... Oh, here we go. We got Bravo, Showstopper. I've lost my mind. And this is the Guardian here that we were talking about. And he has an action for 2 resources. Like I said, you can discard the cards to make 2 resources. Till the end of the turn, your attack actions with 3 or greater gain dominate, go again. So this costs an action point, but since it has go again, you get your action point back. He does have a hammer. And this is the adult hero. So he's got 40 health. And let's see what's on the other side. Another Dawnblade, which we didn't need another Dawnblade, but now we have 2. It's a 2-handed weapon, so you can only carry 1. But if they ever come out with a 4-handed hero, it can carry 2. Oh, we got another Barraging Brawnhide. I think we had the red one and the yellow one. I think this might be our first blue one. So, like I said, it costs 5. You can discard it for 3 resources. Now, if you discard for more, you can't discard a card to generate resources unless you're playing a card. Like, you announce your card, then you discard to play resources. So you can't just discard your hand to draw your max hand size at the end of the turn. Yes, this is somewhat a creature, but it doesn't stay in play. It's just considered an attack. And if it's defended by 2 cards, it gets +1 attack. A lot of the generic actions are not super powerful because they can go in any deck. I actually kind of like this one, but it does cost It does cost 3, so I mean, you might have to do a lot to do it. If I see any more keywords or anything, this Scar for Scar is actually pretty cool. It costs 0 and attacks for 4. And if you play it, if you have less life than your opponent, it gets go again. So it's pretty much a free attack if you have less life. This one's pretty cool. This is a Flight of the Feathered Walkers. As an additional cost, reveal a card in your hand that costs 1 or less. You get to make a Quicken token. So it hits for 3. You make a Quicken token. The Quicken token actually gives the next card you play go again. Vulpin, ask your questions, my friend. We are here to learn. But looks like we got another Steelblade Shunt, which is nice because I want multiples. Oh, the life total symbol? No, it's actually... It kind of looks like a little leaf nut or something. I don't know. We're not dealing infect damage here. Also, we got a Steelblade Shunt and a Blackout Kick. Ooh, here we go. A Foil Majestic. Which I don't know what this does, but it's foil. And it's a ninja stuff. It's a foil Lord of Wind. I don't know how to change the foil. But the normal ones are $8. So we're gonna have to we'll type it in real quick. Yep, these are about $25. The foil ones. So we will take that. I'm not gonna pass that up. The regular ones are $6. And the foil ones are like $25. So that's awesome. And we like it. Now this is also a Katsu specialization. So you can only play this card if your hero is Katsu. So hopefully we get a Katsu so we can build some ninja decks for Tool. But I mean, we're looking at $100 worth of cards right now out of this box. I think it's actually, I don't know. So that was nice. We'll take a foil mythic. And we'll throw it in an Empress Pink sleeve. Or foil majestic. Sorry guys, I'm new to the game. Tool, we will work on getting you some ninjas. I'm trying to find some more like here's a ninja leg tap. It costs 1, deals 4 damage, and has go again. Like I said, all the ninja attacks have go again. It says, hey, let's go, let's attack. Here's Rising Knee Thrust. It costs 0. It's a ninja card, and it has combo. If leg tap was the last attack this combat chain, Rising Knee Thrust gets +2 and go again. So you could be like, alright, for 1, I'll play leg tap. It has go again. Then I'll play Rising Knee Thrust. Since I just paid leg tap, it has go again. And then hit with something else. Not this, because it's a warrior action, so you can't play it in your ninja deck. So yeah, that was a pretty good pack. It looks like they just... This is the standard Magic sleeve. Magic the Gathering sleeve. So it looks like they fit perfectly into the Magic the Gathering sleeves. Now, if I were a betting man, I'd say that we've seen all the good cards out of this box, because it seems to me like you can't get much better. We've already opened 5 packs and we've gotten our money back, which is, in my book, that's pretty good. Like I said, I would like to get a Katsu out of this deck so we could build a ninja deck. That would be pretty cool. Oh, here's another Kodachi. So we're over-equipped for ninjas. And another Dorinthia. They actually already have one. It's called Grand Melee, or I can't remember what it's called. Let me try to Google it. I can't remember what it's called. Somebody might have to let me know. I want to say it's called Grand Melee. I know there's Blitz, there's Constructed, but I've seen people playing one-on-one versions of this game. Right, Fortnite cards. Come on now. I won't get into that because I try to keep my streams family friendly. But it does support multiplayer games. And then this is pretty much the basic of cards. Like, it costs 0, it hits for 3. That's all it does. It also defends for 3, so it's not the worst card. But like, this card will not see much play anywhere. If I try to put some learn to play decks together, I'm going to try to put as many learn to play decks together as I possibly can. And this is pretty nice here. It costs 0, but it pitches for 3. Like I said, if this pitches for 1, it'll have more attack. And you put a card from your hand on the bottom of the deck if you do draw a card. If it was played from your arsenal, it gets go again. Yeah, the Warhammer's pretty cool. I'm pretty excited about the Lord of the Rings set too for Magic. I'll have to look into what defense reactions are, because it doesn't seem like that would be very good to play as a defense reaction. I'm not exactly sure. We'll have to look into these things. Like I said, we're still learning how to play. This is the first time we've actually touched these cards. Hey, we got another Snapdragon. Oh, Vulpin, come on. It's a draftable set coming out next year. Oh, Overpower, this is a pretty cool card. This is a warrior attack reaction. What happens is you play attacks, and then your opponent can defend. After attacks are declared and defenses are declared, that's when you play your combat tricks. Your combat tricks in this game are called attack reactions or defense reactions. So you could attack for 1, and they'd be like, alright, I don't block. Or I won't defend, and then you can pump attack reactions onto it. So it's really nice. And then this has reprise. So if they say you attack for 2 and they're like, alright, I'll defend for 2, this card actually gets +4 because they defended. And if you do multiple attacks in one turn, you generate chain links. And then after that attack's done, you start a second attack. If you had go again, that starts another chain link. There's cards that depend on what chain link you're in. If you're in chain link 3, this gets so much more power. But like I said, there's a lot into this game. Oh, this is a nice one. This is just a generic reaction, which is kind of surprising. It costs 0, it attacks for 4, and if it hits, draw a card. Now, if your opponent defends for 3, and they still take 1 damage, this is still considered a hit. So that's pretty nice. Oh, here's our foil, which is a foil rare, Savage Feast, which this is a brute action. And this is another one. It only costs 1, but you have to discard a card. And if the discarded card costs 6 or more, you draw a card, and it hits for 6. So for 1 resource, you can attack for 6. So this is actually a pretty good card. Ooh, Smash Instinct. I think this is the first time we've seen this one. Which is just a common, but it's another brute action that hits for 6. Brutes just want to beat you in the face until you really give up. Oh, see, and now I'll see if I'll set these off to the side to see if I can get a second, or the red Smash Instinct. But if you look at this, like, this one pitches for 3, hits for 5. Pitches for 2, hits for 6. So I'd imagine the red one is going to pitch for 1 and hit for 7. So you can actually run in a blitz deck 6 Smash Instincts, which they have the Intimidate, so your opponent banishes a card from random from their hand face down. So it just pretty much, if you've never played the Dragon Ball game, a lot of the Saiyan cards, like I have a Saiyan Vegeta deck for the Dragon Ball trading card game, a lot of them just make it so your opponent can't use their cards to block. And it kind of does the same thing here. Yes, you're going to have to, finish streaming with me here. I'm not exactly sure what heroes there are right now. I know they just released a Ranger, an Elemental Ranger, coming out in the next set. Ooh, we have a young Bravo. Very dapper looking. Is that a dove behind him? I think so. And he's a very sweet boy. Ooh, there we go. We got ourselves a Katsu. And it's a Katsu young, so we can build a Ninja Blitz deck. We want to be able to build Blitz decks to get people to learn how to play. And then they can build their own constructed decks. Because Blitz decks are only 40 cards, so... Yes, and Katsu here has the first time an attack action card to reveal hits, you can discard a card that costs 0. If you do, search your deck for a card with combo, banish it face up, and shuffle your deck. You may play it this turn. So, anytime, I mean, you can just combo out. And like I said, this is ninjas are going to be quick and tough. Like, you only start with 20 health, so if they're like, hit you for 1, hit you for 2, hit you for 1, and you don't want to defend the 1, because if you defend the 1, then you're going to take the 6 that they're holding in their hand. You know what I mean? So you're like, all right, I'll take the 1. It's kind of like Magic. I'll swing at you with a 1/1. Well, I'm going to take the 1 because I know you're going to play a 4/4. Well, then they don't play their 4/4. And the next turn, they're hitting you for 1. And you're like, all right, I'll take the 1 because I know you have a 4/4. Before you know it, you've taken 6 points from their 1/1. So then you finally decide to block, and then they come through swinging. It's kind of like that. Ninjas are pretty cool. Oh, and here's some cards that go together. This is Nimble Strike, which costs 1, hits for 2, and as an additional cost to play it, you may banish a card called Nimbleism from your graveyard. So if you've played Nimbleism... Oh, and we got 2 yellow. Both... We're just missing the red. I think the red ones are the rare ones because they're the most powerful ones. Like a red unmovable. And this is just a defense reaction. It can be played from hand or arsenal to defend. It costs 3 to defend. So you can either play this as for 7 as a defense, or if you need it as a reaction, you can play it as a reaction. Oh, another pair of Scalers, which I'm hoping to get enough of this equipment that I can put everything together with my decks and have everybody be armored out. This is just, okay, now here's an instant. Instants can be played at any time, kind of like Magic. Anytime you have priority, I should say. Sigil of Solace, it costs 0, gain 2. And this is a rare. This is one of our rares out of the pack. And then Staunch Response. As an additional cost to play it, you can pay 4. If you do, it gets plus 3. So this can actually defend for 10. I'm not exactly sure how this works, but I think this can defend for 10 because my math might be wrong, But 7 plus 3 is 10. But it costs 2 to play. Ooh, Slogism. That's a cool... That art is amazing. And it's a foil. The next attack you play that costs 2 or less... Or, sorry, 2 or greater gets plus 5 attack. And this has go again. So they're going to see it coming, but... Man, that's pretty. And we got some more Smash Instincts. Like I said, we want to get... Now that we have the Brute Heroes, we have the Guardian Hero. Ooh, there's the Red Smash Instinct that I was talking about earlier. Alright, so it's still considered a common, which is nice, because we'll be able to load up on these. Oh, here's a ninja card. Let's look at this for Mr. Tool. Alright, thank you so much, buddy. I appreciate you. While you're on your break, look up the Lord of the Rings Magic the Gathering set. Open the center. Combo. Head Jab was the last attack this chain. Open the center, gets +1, go again, and dominate. Oh, Mr. Tool, we're not building you ninjas. Oh, and here's a warrior. Oh, that's all, I got excited when it said Biting Blade. Okay, this is a warrior attack reaction. Okay, so it looks like we have guardians, ninjas, warriors, and brutes out of this first set here. Okay, here's a Quicken token, which we've already seen that one. What's on the other side? Oh, more Kodachi. We might be able to build, if we pick up another Katsu, we might be able to build 2 ninja decks. Oh, another Nimble Strike. We need to find some Nimbleisms. Wounded Bull, which is a generic action, but it does hit for 6 and only costs 3, so that seems pretty good. Like I said, I don't know. I haven't played this game. This is my first time physically touching the cards. So, as a Magic player, Yu-Gi-Oh player, Pokemon player, I was a Yu-Gi-Oh judge, Pokemon judge, Magic the Gathering judge. I played Magic for 20-some years. So, I'm reviewing these cards based on that intellect and not so much the intellect of a Flesh and Blood player at this time. This just seems like a basic card. Oh, there's a Nimbleism. The next attack you play. So you can actually play this as your action because it costs an action point because it's an action. Gives you a go again. So you can be like, I'll play Nimbleism. Then I'll play Nimble Strike. Banishing the Nimbleism to give the Nimbleism go again. So I think actually the Nimbleism and Nimble Strike might actually be good in the ninja deck if we don't have enough to make it fill. Oh, and then we got another hood here. This looks like Majestic Mallet. I think isn't that what it's called? Or Magical Hammer from Yu-Gi-Oh. Shuffle any number of cards in your deck and draw that many cards. So it's a pretty good redraw. Or if you have a card in your hand that you really don't want that early in the game, it's nice to get rid of that. I'm going to say it's Magical Mallet. Another Overpower. We're getting some pretty good the Warrior rares here. And there's another Warrior rare. Another Steel Blade Shunt. That's our third Steel Blade Shunt. I'll have to check the colors on them. Here's a Guardian Foil, the Buckling Blow. And if it deals 4 or more damage, it attacks for 8. If it deals 4 or more damage, they put a -1 counter on an equipment they control. So it's going to stop them from being able to block with their equipment, which is pretty nice. Some more Brute stuff. A couple Guardian cards. Oh, we got the Red Pack Hunt and... But here's what we're interested in. Another Ninja card. Let's go. Mr. Tool, we're going to get them ninjas built for you. Some Warrior actions. Another Ninja action. And I've seen maybe 3 or 4 of these so far. That's pretty nice. Your next weapon attack gets +1, and if it hits and you have no cards in your arsenal, reveal it. If it's an action card, you can put it face down in your arsenal. Which, being face down in the arsenal doesn't mean much because they're going to know what it is. But that still seems pretty cool. It's a free card. You're never going to pass up a free card. Especially if there's... I know that Opt is an ability in this game where you can pretty much scry one. Look at the top card. More Kadachi. Oh, and another Rhinar. So if we get enough stuff to... I mean, even if it's just generic decks, I'm going to try to make them as well-rounded as I can. I don't want to put all the stuff into one powerful deck. There's more generic actions. I do like this. Because it costs 0, and if you play it from your arsenal, it gets go again. And it allows you to get rid of a card that you don't want to see. And draw a card. Replace it. Another Scar for a Scar. And that's the common one. Here we go. Barkbone Strapping. Destroy it, roll a 6-sided dice, gain resources equal to half the number rolled rounded down. So it might allow you just to have a really good attack. Or a really good turn, a lot of your stuff not costing anything. And, like, I mean, a lot of the commons and stuff are, like, this one's actually one of the commons that's actually, like, 50 cents, kind of the harder to find common. Oh, we got a different Sigil of Solace. This one gains you 3. A last-ditch effort. When you play it, if you have no cards in your hand, it gains +4 attack and go again. So you want to attack with this if you have a weapon or something, and this is the last card in your hand. That'll allow you to... use an action point to attack your weapon if you have some floating resources and stuff. Ooh, a foil Primeval Bellow. I think out of all the decks we can build out of this box, the Brute deck is looking very powerful so far. I'm just really liking the Brutes. There's another... it seems like there's a bunch of different bellows for the Brutes. Which I guess Brutes just really like to scream. They might just be angry bards. There's some more warrior attacks. There's a ninja. A surging strike. It costs 2. Attack for 4. Go again. And I mean, you'll run out of cards, and there's another leg tab, which is nice. I want to get enough to build at least a semi-good deck for each of them. And if you guys have any questions about the game, just let me know. This Welcome to Rathe. This is the first set to come out. There's been, I think, 3 or 4 sets. Don't even ask me how many sets there are right now. That's how sad it is. Tales of Aria is the new set coming out. There's Monarch, which is the newest set that has come out. Crucible of War, Arcane Rising, and Welcome to Rathe. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sets as of next month. So it's a pretty new game. I should be lining all these cards out. Oh, we got a Nimble Strike with the Nimbleism, so that's what we want. Another pair of Refraction Bolters, which is nice because we want to have equipment for everybody. Where's my Flippy card? I didn't get a Flippy card this set. Or out of this one. A Savage Feast, which is our rare for the pack. It's another one of the Brute discard a random card. Okay, we have one of those already, which is nice. This is the rare version of it. So I mean, one mana for, or 1 resource for 6 damage. Draw a card. Oh, and the other rare is a Staunch Response. Oh, our foil was hidden in the back. Our foil is a Biting Blade, which is another warrior attack action. Cartilage Cloak. I don't know if we've seen this one before. If it deals more than 4 damage, it's going to make their next spells cost more resources, which is nice. More Bellows. I'm liking that. I'm liking all the Bellows. And a Cracked Bauble. Cracked Bauble exists to support booster draft and sealed deck formats. A player may add any number of Cracked Baubles to their deck. Typically, a player would only do this if they did not have enough legally playable cards to make a 30-card minimum. Alright, so in draft, like other decks, like other card games, this game is draftable. Same way as you draft Magic, you take a card, you pass it. if you cannot build a deck out of the cards, because you have to match, your warriors have to have warrior cards, they've made this cracked bauble that you can use to replace any card in your deck. It's just a generic card that pitches for 2. I didn't get a double-sided card out of that set, so the tokens might not be in every set or every pack, but this is the first one we have it, and it's also the first pack where we've had a cracked bauble. I wonder if they make cracked bauble in a foil, because that would just be silly. So yes, this game is draftable also, which I think I read somewhere where if you don't get a hero, you can draft, like, you can trade heroes. I'm not exactly sure. There's a young Rhinar and a young Bravo. So we've got, I think that's our 3rd Rhinar and our 3rd Bravo even. I think that's our 2nd young Bravo, because he's devilishly handsome. You don't forget about that. Another pair of bolters. Like I said, I want to get as many equipments as possible. There's a Barrage and Beatdown, which is our rare brute action. The next brute action gains, while this attack is defended by less than 2 non-equipment cards, it gets +4, and it has Intimidate, so they are going to lose a card at random out of their hand. This is really nice too, and it costs 0. This would be really nice to play after you play something big and they have to defend it, if that somehow has Go Again. If you have a card that can give you Go Again, take cards out of their hand and then use this and just really let them have it. Ooh, a Snatch. If it hits draw a card, that's really nice. And like I said, it doesn't have Go Again, but it's going to allow you to either refill your hand to pitch to play something else, or, and it's a rare also, or just if you want a card to put in your arsenal at the end of the turn, and this is the only card you had left in your hand. Our foil is a Head Jab, which, no complaints for us, some ninja foils. Oh, another thing, this is an aura, so the auras stay in play until they are destroyed. And this has Go Again, so you can play it and then still continue your turn. Cards you control with 3 or greater gain +3 defense while defending. And then at the beginning of your action phase, destroy this. So it's going to allow you for 1 turn to have good defenses. More Bellows, we're going to fill that Brute deck out. More Guardians, so we're going to fill that. Oh, more Ninja cards. Alright, this has been a really good pack for everything. It's got Warriors, Ninjas, Brutes, and Guardians. So that's going to be really nice as far as being able to build some decks to teach people how to play. Like I said, if you're wanting to learn how to play and you live in Northeast Ohio, we'll be having a Learn to Play thing in New Philadelphia on September 18th. I'm still working on details for that. Ooh, we have an old Katsu. And this would be for the constructed format. Mostly because you could tell because he has the higher health. And I also like how they made some cards like this is an attack reaction, and you can give a sword or dagger +2. Or give, like, this kind of seems like you just want to put it in the ninja deck. Like it's meant to go in the ninja deck. Because you're going to be able to load these up. Hey, this either my dagger gets +2 or my dagger gets, or my weapon gets +2 and Go Again. It seems like we're getting a lot of the same cards. So we might go ahead and try to fast forward through this a little bit. There's our rare, the Breakneck Battery, which is another, Flusterfist. This is a new rare for ninjas. Combo. If Open the Center was the last attack, this gains +1 attack for each attack that has hit this combat chain, which can add up to a lot. I see that's why that's the rare. Ooh, here we go. Our rare is Scabskin Leathers, which I'm pretty sure this is our foil is Scabskin Leathers, which I'm pretty sure that this is a valuable card. I only know this because I've watched a lot of videos and I've seen a lot of people playing the game. So let's pull up our browser here and sort them. There it is. Scabskin Leather's first edition foil is $1,800. Let's look at this foil. Near mint. I'd say it's near mint since I just pulled it right out of the pack and put it into a sleeve. Unlimited. Rainbow foil. $47. It's almost gross. Almost gross. Now, I have to look and see if there's a different foil version. Like if there's just foil, if there's a, let's go back to the card cam and I'm going to type that in. Well, that's a YouTube video, so we don't really want to look at this. I don't think there's more than one foil in the pack. Now, like I said, I don't have any of the cold foils. But I'm pretty sure that if I put a light on this, that's a rainbow foil. So we're literally up to like 150 out of this box so far. Like I said, I paid 70. I think I got this box off of Star City Games. But also they have some pretty good prices and deals on Channel Fireball. I got mine off of Star City because they also were offering, they had all 4 Blitz decks where Channel Fireball was sold out of them. The Channel Fireball ones were cheaper, so that's kind of why they were sold out. But I wanted them quickly, so I went off of Star City. So yeah, oh, here's a new ninja card. We haven't had this one yet. If Surgeon Strike was the last card, so it looks like a lot of these play together. This is Welcome to Rathe, yes. Yeah, but I figured since I was going to buy a box, I would buy the very first box. But yeah, it looks to me like that Scabskin Leathers is worth $47. Because it's the foil. Now, if it was first edition, it would be $1,800. I don't think anybody's buying those right now. Oh yeah, we'll go through box value at the end here. But I think you're the big winner here because you got to go eat. Here's a Quicken. Oh, another Dawnblade. We can Dawnblade it up. We have 2 Dorinthias and 3 Dawnblades now. Regurgitating Slog. Listen. As an additional cost per Regurgitating Slog, you can banish a Slogism from your graveyard. If you do, Regurgitating Slog gains Dominate. I'm not interested. I only want to play this card so I can use the phrase. My doggy is laying under me right now. He's taking a nap. I just want to play this card so I can use the phrase Regurgitating Slog. So we've all won here. Tell you what, this Flock of the Featherwalkers I think might be a good card because it makes the Quicken token so you can really get in there the next turn. Nope, there's another Iron Rot Plate. Flusterfist, this is a ninja rare. If open, the center was the last attack, gains +1. Okay, we've seen that one. Oh, there's this is a super rare last ditch effort. So we got a rare and a super rare out of this pack. Which I don't know. I don't think last ditch effort's that good. Let's see if we can find it. It is the rare though. Actually this card, oh my goodness. This Okay, that's not right. Okay, we were wrong. I got real excited. The first edition ones for this is like $9. Oh, open the center. This is the one we were talking about here. Tool, we're getting some foils for you, buddy. And this is just the common one, but it's pretty and shiny. And then some more Guardian actions. We're probably by the. Oh, I don't think I've seen this one before. Target weapon attack gains +2. And if the defending player has defended with a card from their hand, draw a card, then put a card from your hand on the bottom, top or bottom of your deck, which is really nice. And more ninja actions. And here's another leg tap too. I'll have to look into that. Like I said, we're not really looking for a bunch of value out of this box. We found it, but we weren't really looking for it. We were just kind of looking to open packs, spread some news about the game. We wanted to get more Kodachis and more Bravos. That's the young Bravo again. Out of my classes here, I really like Brute and Ninja. Oh, guys, I get to say Regurgitating Slog again. I wouldn't be upset if every card in the rest of this pack had a Regurgitating Slog. More Feather Walkers, more Pummels. Ooh, more Pummels. We haven't seen a Pummel for a while, though. Pummels gives your hammers and clubs. And then if an action card with 2 or less gains +3, and if it hits, they discard a card. That's pretty nice. And it's generic. So could you imagine just throwing this in your ninja deck? You're like, all right, I'll head jab for 2. Oh, well, I'll give it, since it costs 0, I'll give it +3, and you discard a card. So now you're not gonna have the stuff to block my next ninja attack. Ooh, Heartened Crossstrap. This card I see a lot in videos, and I think just because it is a pretty good. You can destroy this. The next action card you costs 2 less to play, and it has Go Again. So it makes your stuff 2 cheaper. I mean, it does get destroyed, but it has no defense value anyways. But it's just it's a soul ring. It's a one-time soul ring. 2 resources. Let's go. Plus, we get to use the phrase Flick Flack, which is a ninja reaction. It costs 0. The next card you defend with is... Wait. If the next card you defend with is a card with combo, it gets an additional 2 defense. Which is pretty nice. Ooh, Alpha Rampage. Now, this sounds familiar to me also. And this is a Majestic. Alright, I think it's just a really good card. Oh, this is the Rhinar. This is why. It's the Rhinar specialization. So you can only use this if you're Rhinar. And it costs 3. And discard a random card, but it attacks for 9. And has Intimidate, meaning they have to exile or banish a card from their hand till the end of the turn. So Alpha Rampage, to me, is pretty cool. Ooh, our foil is Surging Strike, which is just wonderful ninjas. Just doing ninja things. Don't look this way. We're just ninjas. More Bellows, Emerging Power. This one doesn't seem familiar to me. And I think this might be our first Emerging Power. It stays in play till it's destroyed. At the beginning of your action phase, destroy this, and the next Guardian attack action card gets +3 attack. And it has Go Again, so that's pretty nice. Pack Hunt, more just brute beatdown. Sharpened Steel, the next warrior attack, or your next weapon attack gains +1, and it has Go Again. It costs 0, so that's pretty nice. Oh, more ninjas, and more ninjas. Rising Knee Thrust. Okay, so we need a couple more chest pieces to be able to build. I mean, I think we're running low on chest pieces. We might have to have some naked warriors running around if we're going to be building decks. Oh, here's the grown-up Dorinthia. Her name is Dorinthia Ironsong now. And she has the same ability. When a weapon attack hits, you can attack with that weapon an additional time. Like I said, she's made to hold that Dawn Blade. Ooh. Here's our Guardian Hammer. Anathos. Anathos the Guardian Hammer. That's what I'm going to call it. Which is pretty cool. This is actually $2.34. But we need it for our Rhinar. Raging Onslaught. More generic attacks. Hey guys, Regurgitating Slog. I'll tell you what, that Regurgitating Slog means I'm going to take a drink break real quick. I hope you guys are having fun. I'm having a great time. I'm really excited to play this game. Which, if you guys want to, Tolarian Community College, they do a lot of Magic the Gathering coverage. He has a really good learn to play. I was talking about Kitchen Table TCG. They have a really good learn to play. The decks I'm actually going to be going through, the Blitz decks, they actually have how to play them or good combos, synergy, stuff like that in his video. So you want to check those guys out. Which, if you just go to Flesh and Blood, their YouTube channel, they put a lot of their commentary or commentators and stuff like that just right on the front there. Anytime somebody posts a good Flesh and Blood video, they put them on there. So hopefully once I start doing some events and everything, if I start streaming some games, we'll be able to get them put on the channel. Ooh, here's a new one. When it would be put into your graveyard, instead put it on the bottom of your deck. So it just hits for 2, or it costs 2, hits for 4, always goes on the bottom of your deck. If you run out of cards in this game, you do not lose the game. You just don't have cards anymore, and as long as your opponent has cards, they will keep beating you in the face. So it's pretty much like you're completely out of energy, and they're just sitting there pummeling you. It's kind of sad now that I say it like that, but that's how it works. Oh, and another Breakneck battery, which is good brute actions. Our foil is a Surging Strike, which is the yellow Surging Strike. We're hoping to get some red ones. A lot of brute actions. We definitely will not have a problem building a brute deck. Or a ninja deck, I don't think. I think the ninja deck's going to be pretty easy to build as well. We're running low on packs, and it's making me sad, but we got our value out of the first 5, so... And I'm going to have a big mess to clean up. There's a Quicken. Oh, another Anathos. Let's see how much this Anathos with the Quicken... Like, whenever you look up the cards, you can look up the Anathos and... Like, I'll look up Anathos / Quicken. See, now the Anathos / Quicken is a whopping 13 cents. But the one with Dorinthia on the back is worth more. Oh, guys, we have a Wounded Bull. Rips in the chat for the Wounded Bull. Which is kind of nice, though, because if you have less health, you get to deal more damage. This one's only 1 damage. I don't really think that's worth it. This is kind of nice, just it costs 0. Yeah, I see that Regurgitating Slog coming up. We're going to save that. Cost 0, hits for 2. Regurgitating Slog. Oh, there's another helmet. That's nice. We like the helmets. Ooh, another Steelblade Shunt. This is a good rare. Ooh, another Drone of Brutality, too. Which is really nice. Ooh, our foil is Sink Below. Which is nice. It's going to allow you to filter. Put a card from the bottom of your deck and draw a card. Cards you don't want to see till late game, put them on the bottom of your deck. You're gonna, if you run like a whole bunch of these, you'll be able to actually stack your last like turns. When the game starts getting grindy, you're gonna be like, well, I put all the power on the bottom of my deck with these sink belows, and then just defend your way till you're just crippling them with attack after attack at the end of the game. Oh, I think that's only our second emerging power. 2 Wrecking Romps. Leg tap, which is nice. I still think this... Every time I see this Biting Blade, I get excited because I think it's a weapon. But it's not a weapon. It's a blade, which apparently blades aren't weapons. And as I do get to building decks, we'll probably do little... keep you up to date on how the building's going. Oh, there's no token, which means I probably have a... Yep, a bauble. Bleh. Bauble. Man, I get so excited. Regurgitating Slog. Where were these at in the first couple packs? And then they also do reprints. Like, you could see Pummel in a future set. Which it might have the same art, it might have different art. I'm not sure what they're doing with that. There's another Helm. Ooh, this is a Guardian Rare. When it enters the arena, if you have a cost of 3 or greater in your pitch zone, draw a card. And at the beginning of your action phase, destroy this to reveal the top card of your deck. Gain 1 life for each card with cost 3 or greater revealed this way. So 1. Oh, I just dropped a card. A Disable. This is nice because this gets rid of a card from their arsenal. Which, with the new set coming out, you're going to have double arsenals. So this card might actually gain some value. I mean, not like physical value, like it might not cost more money. But it might be a more playable card because you can get rid of multiple cards out of somebody's arsenal. Staunch Response. Staunch Response. And that's just a really good defensive card. I mean, being able to defend for 10. It's pretty much, I don't know if you guys have played Magic. It's kind of like Kicker. Like, it costs 2 and defends for 7. But if you pay 6, it can defend for 10. Savage Swing, just your basic 1 resource for 5 damage. Discard a random card. Which, if you set your deck up right, you're not worried about the random card. Plus, you're hitting for 6. And like I said, this is the same card. Just this one pitches for 2, this one pitches for 3. And if it pitches for less, it hits for more. Like, there's a red one that pitches for 1 and hits for 7. More leg taps, more head jabs. There's that cracked bauble. That's what we wanted. I wonder what the price is on a cracked bauble. I really do wonder if they make foil cracked baubles. Because if I was in a draft and I saw a foil cracked bauble, I might be very tempted. Are you guys enjoying the ASMR of these packs? I forgot to ask. Or are you enjoying my wonderful hand modeling? Harmonized Kodachi and a Katsu. A Katsu with a Kodachi. That's what we needed in life. I don't know the value of this. Yes, I've gotten 1 old Katsu. Just don't ask me to dig through all these cards and find it. Right? Please don't ask me to. Yes, I think we've gotten old and young of every hero. I think. We probably should have kept that stuff out to look at it. But we don't think that well. Let's see. So this is a Katsu. With the back of it is the Kodachi. So let's see what a Katsu Kodachi goes for. These little tokens are worth more than I thought. I can't even find this token. Must be the harmonized Kodachi that flips into the Katsu. Yeah, this is $1. So, I mean, tokens all seem to have some sort of value, too. Stay down. Stay down, pup. Lay down. He's going crazy. We might have to take a little break after I get finished with this so we can take him OUT. There's another Scar for a Scar. That's a really nice generic action. Just if you have less life, go again. Ooh, there's a new Helm. The Helm of Iceland's Peak. Very pretty. Look at the art on that. That's nice. Destroy it. Your hero gains +1 intellect till the end of turn. Meaning you will draw up an extra card at the end of the turn. So if your intellect is 4, like every hero in the game has so far, your intellect will actually be 5 till the end of the turn. So you get an extra card. So if you look at the new rolls and you have 2 cards in Arsenal and you draw 5, you get to start your turn with a 7-card hand. Ooh, and the blue Disable, which is another card that I was talking about might gain value because you get to remove a card from your opponent's arsenal. Ooh, Blessings of Deliverance. Which is a good rare. Ooh, oh my goodness. It's a foil heartened cross strap. That is nice. It's not worth much, but it's more chest stuff. No, Tool is not with me. Tool is at his house. He's a beautiful, beautiful boy. But if he wants to come over, we can play some card games. I haven't heard from him for like a couple minutes. I think he was looking up cards. How are you doing, Amity? Ooh, a romping club. You guys want to go to the club? It's a romping club. And this is another brute weapon. So we're going to have to kind of compare our brute weapons. Which this should have a seismic surge on the back. Nope, a Bravo. So we're going to have to try to look this one up. Just because this is a different equipment. Oh, and this is actually... There it is. Yeah, whopping 60 cents. Right? Maybe Tool should just come over here. More generic actions. More slogisms. I wouldn't mind getting a full play set of the slogisms. Ooh, there's an... Like I said... Look, you ask and you shall receive. If I pull the yellow slogism out of this, then I'm going to do a dance party. Oh, there's another headpiece, which is nice. Ooh, there's the rare beatdown. Ooh, time snap potion. I don't know how much this is, but it sounds like it's $1 million. You destroy it, you gain 2 action points. Holy cow. This card's amazing. It can't be worth that much because it's just a rare. But that's really good. I like that a lot. And a whelming... Oh, wait. The foil is a whelming gust wave, which is another ninja attack. No, I don't have a body cam on right now. This is just my regular face cam. I just moved it down here. I couldn't find my other camera. I think Fudge might still have it. Oh, we got to... Oh, jeez. What's your favorite kind of fudge? I like peanut butter fudge. Is my favorite kind of fudge. I'm going to have a big mess here. Oh, some more Kodachis. And another young Dorinthia. I think that's our third young Dorinthia. A wounding blow. How is it wound and wound? Come on, English language. Quit messing with me. I'm going to call that wounding blow forever. Pencils? You're going to engrave pencils? Oh, there's my red slogism. Oh, I think I needed yellow, didn't I? Yeah, I need a yellow slogism. There's a blue slogism. I'm getting my play sets. Ooh, breaking scales. What is this? Oh, it's an arm? Oh, it's a ninja. Ninja equipment. Mr. Tool, we got ninja equipment here for you, buddy. Oh, and another potion. Potion of Strength. Your next attack gains +2 and go again. That's really good. And a Savage Feast. You can be up all night, so you're going to come over and learn how to play Flesh and Blood. Oh, is it? Say it ain't so. It's a foil slogism. Man, I just wish it was the yellow one. And a lot of these, I can't tell which one we're doing here. Oh, there's a Quicken token. And another Romping Club. Which is nice, because I think we might have enough brutes to probably build 2 different brute decks. And I want to be able to get enough just to give everybody a couple cards, or give everybody a deck. And if you guys are so interested, Kitchen Table TCG just went live opening a box of Crucible of War, so I'm not saying to leave this to go watch that, but it'll give you something to do after this. I like the cards that you can play from Arsenal, because you can play those face down. Oh, we got another Helm too. Nice. Oh, and another Staunch Response. Ooh, what's a Crazy Brew? Crazy Brew. Let's see what a Crazy Brew does. Oh, let's see how much a Crazy Brew costs. This one costs, oh my gosh, 20 cents. Oh, they have a promo one of it that looks sick. Look at the promo. That's awesome. That's just beautiful. Until searching for ninjas. That alt art is sweet. But this one here, roll a d6. Lose 2 health, go again. Gain 2 health, go again. Gain 2 resources, 2 action points, and your next attack gets +2 attack. Oh, man. Dude. Foil Regurgitating Slog. Bah, bah, bah. What should you put on pencils? I don't know. People shouldn't use pencils. Aw, you're gonna make your kids the teacher's pets with your special pencils? Ugh. That's a horrible idea. There's a Kodachi. Oh, there's another young Reinar. He's handsome. Handsome boy. We've only got 1 pack left after this, guys, and I'm going to be completely honest, I'm really sad about this. Immovable Nimblism. Another Sink Below, like I was telling you, I like that card. Ooh, a Bark Bone Strapping. Ooh, Overpower. I like this card. It's an attack reaction. It just gives your attack +3. And if they defended with a card, it gets an additional +2. So Overpower, I like that a lot because it can give something +5 for only 3. Plus, this one pitches for 2. Ooh, and another Ninja Flick Flack. Patty Whack. Give a Dog combo. And our foil is Stonewall Confidence, which is an aura. I like those. A couple more Bellows. Like I said, we have so many of these Bellows and the Smash Instincts. We have a lot of Brute cards. I think we're going to have a hard time building a Warrior deck, but I think we should be able to... oh, I'm going to open the Blitz decks right after this. Like I said, this is the first time open... Oh, I lied. There was a pack underneath the pack. Ooh, there's a Dorinthia. Very pretty. On the back is a Rhinar. A Dorinthia Rhinar. Dorinar. Rinthia. I went there. And I can't go back now. It's too late, I said it. I can't take any of it back. It's weird that they have one hero first on all of these. The Dorinthia Rhinar is $1. Oh, believe me, I'm going to have to organize these things. Alphabetically, I think would be the easiest. Well, actually, let's think about that for a second. What would be the easiest way to organize these? Oh, there's another chest piece, which is nice. Ooh, another Drone of Brutality. That's the third Drone of Brutality. Ooh, Warrior's Valor. The next weapon attack gets +3, and if it hits, go again, and it has go again. I like that. Ooh, Foil Biting Blade. Okay, well, this pack right here is giving us a bunch of warrior things, so I think we might be able to build a warrior deck. A lot of guardian stuff, too. Some more brute stuff, and a red biting blade. More ninja stuff. Oh, look at that. 3 biting blades out of 1 pack, and I'm talking about warrior cards. There's common, super rare, legendary, majestic, and I want to say legendary. I don't think it's called legendary. Let me think about it. It's called, what's it called? Mr. Tool, what's it called? Fabled, maybe? There's one Fabled card out of the whole set, I believe. I think this set, it's Heart of Fyndale? It's, yeah, 1 out of every, like, million packs or something. No, I did not get a Fabled. But we got another Warrior Equipment and a Katsu. We only got 1 old Katsu, which is fine, though, because like I'm saying, I want to be able to build Blitz decks. Oh, but there's another Gauntlet, which is nice. Oh, there's another Warrior's Valor. I was just saying that's nice, and we're running low on Warrior cards. Ooh, here's a Guardian rare. Or this is a Guardian super rare. Cranial Crush. Cranial Crush. If it deals 4 or more damage to a hero, they can't draw cards during their next action phase. And it hits for 8. It does cost 6 though, but if you use a couple of those cards to make it cost less, you can actually hit for pretty good with it, I would believe. Oh man, that costs 6 though. That's an awful high cost. I think this card is a super rare, but it really shouldn't be. Like, that's asking a lot. But not letting them draw cards is also pretty good. Fudge, we were just talking about you. Oh, I didn't even have, that was my rare. My foil is Nature's Path Pilgrimage, another warrior card. Like I said, I want to get a bunch of warrior cards. This is the last pack though. Fudge, you are all of those things to me. Well, guys, that was it. That was the whole box. That was the entire box. My first box opening for Flesh and Blood, for Welcome to Rathe. I think we did pretty good. I'd say I have played Genshin Impact. We were talking about how much we missed you and how I love you. No, I was talking about, I think I told you I was going to come pick up that camera like a year ago. And then in my mind, I came and picked up that camera until I looked for it today and couldn't find that camera. All right, so I'd say out of our first, I never did pick it up. Okay, so I'm not crazy. So we got this Enlightened Strike out of this box, which the Enlightened Strike, let me look up my values here. Like I said, I paid about $70 for the box. The Enlightened Strike, we don't have the foil. We have the near mint, because it's, straight into the pack. Unlimited edition, $64.50. So this right here is about our box. And then we got Scab Skin Leathers, which we're looking at the unlimited rainbow foil, because this is a shiny foil. This one's 50. So 60 plus 50, 110. And then we look at Lord of Wind. This is the foil. That's the normal. We want the foil. I don't even know how to figure out the foil. This foil is $4.99. This is first edition, though. So I guess we'll go to a wonderful place I like to call the internet. Lord of Wind foil, $15. So we're looking at $110, $125 out of our $70 investment. Plus, like I said, we weren't looking at the value. We just really wanted to get enough stuff to be able to build some decks and get people playing the game. Like I said, you could open this box and not get that value. That's the joy of opening boxes. It's scratch off lottery tickets. That's the box there. I ripped it a little bit out of sheer joy and excitement. I ripped it twice. The box has no intrinsic value at this time. But what we're going to do now is we're going to open up these wonderful, wonderful pre-constructed Blitz decks. They're 40-card decks. They contain a young hero. So I will ask you guys which ones you want to open first. Let's get to the big screen here. We have Lord Bolton. Handsome, handsome fellow. We have Prism, which looks like a studious young lady. We have Chain, who looks like he's really angry and maybe possessed. And then we have Levia, or Levia, I don't know how to say it, who looks like she maybe drank some lava. I think she's definitely drank some lava. She's creepy. So which would you like? Do you like to start with Levia because she looks like she might need something to quench her thirst? All right. And you get your ASMR on while I open it here. Here, I'll open it right next to the microphone. And then also, we'll look at the back here before I opened it. She is a Shadow Brute. So she is a Brute, but she is also a Shadow type. So she can use cards that are Shadow, cards that are Brute, or cards that are Shadow Brute. It's kind of, if you've ever played Magic, if you play a red-green commander, you can play red cards, or you can play green cards, or you can play red-green cards. But your red-green cards are probably going to be more powerful because they because they have two different requirements to play. Oh man, I see something really stinky shiny in here too. Oh, that looks sweet. That makes me want to cry. It's so pretty. I can't believe I'm opening these things. And like I said, I got these off of Star City, all 4 of them for $50. So I can't open this. So that's the end of the stream because I can't get this opened. Nice going, guys. I can see where it needs to be opened. Where is my knife? Got the knife. Call a medic. Used knife. I do have a knife with me. Do you want to see my knife? That I just randomly have sitting here by my computer? Don't ask me why. Because this is what I keep right by my computer. Alright, so it looks like it comes with... Ooh, oh yeah, we have so much to talk about right now. We have Levia or Levia. I mean, if you put thin after it, it's Levia, right? Leviathan? So maybe it's Levia. No, I'm going to say it's Levia. And she's got 20 because she's a young hero. And she has, if a card with 6 or more has been put into your banish zone this turn, cards you own lose blood debt until the end of turn. Now, blood debt is an ability that she has, or cards that she has have. We'll get to them. Also, there's Lady Barthamont, which is her mentor. She has Mentor, which you can only have her in your deck if you have a young hero. Because why would a mentor... Because why would a mentor somebody who's not young, right? Come on. Old people don't need mentoring. Is that better? Can you hear me now? And at the start of your turn, if she's in your arsenal, you can turn her face up. When you play an attack action card, banish the top card. If the banished card costs 6 or more, it gets Dominate, and then you put a lesson counter on her. And then, if there's 2 or more lesson counters, you banish her for a specialization, which we'll get into specializations too, I'm sure. And so this deck also comes with a 2-handed weapon, a headgear, a chest piece, which the chest piece is rare, arm piece, a leg piece, so you get the full set of equipment. This is ready to take to play against people straight out of the box. Because you have your weapon, you have your headgear, you have all of your equipment. And it looks like this might just be a cool little art card that they give you, which is awesome. I think that's the adult hero's name, so you might be able to use this as your adult, kind of like how Magic has alt art and textless cards. That's probably legal. And she's got shadow actions. Oh, did we just read each other's minds? And like I said, since she is a shadow brute, she can play shadow cards and she can play brute cards. And this is her specialization. You can only play this if Levia is your hero. And you can only have one of these in your deck. And as an additional cost to play it, banish 6 cards from your graveyard. It gets +1 for each card with Blood Debt banished this way. And if this hits a hero, banish all cards from their soul. We'll get into souls later. And they lose 1 equal to the number of cards banished this way. So this card is sick, especially against, I believe they're called, like, the light. Like, this is a shadow, so the light. I think it's light heroes. Yeah, let me look at it real quick. Yep, light. Any light hero has a soul. So, like I said, this you can only have one of these because it's her specialization. Now this is the rare, but I would imagine this is from the Monarch set. So I would imagine that there's probably a yellow version and a red version. I'm not sure. I have not opened any packs of Monarch. The only packs I've opened are the ones you guys have seen tonight. Yes, it's their Gallic gun. So it looks like you got some Deadwood Rumblers, 2 of each. Okay, it looks like they put all the red cards first. I like this ordering. Because then comes the yellow ones, which we might just lay them out here. Sorry, Levia, you got to go over here. You're pretty and everything. I really like this, that they made the Mentor's full art. And this is a Brute Mentor. So you don't necessarily have to have it in your Shadow deck. You can have it in your Brute deck. Like Reinar could get this Mentor. Now the Mentors are only available in the Blitz decks. So if you want a Mentor for your constructed deck, you're going to have to trade for it or buy the Blitz deck that has that Mentor in it. All Blitz decks will be the same cards. So like we have Boneyard Marauders, Deadwood Rumblers, Dread Screamers, and it's even in alphabetical order. This makes me so happy. So like we have the yellow Hungering Slaughter Beast. And then everything else is blue. This is a high attack deck because everything has Blood Debt. As an additional cost to play this, banish 3 cards and it has Blood Debt. At the beginning of your upkeep, if you have this in your banish zone, you lose a life. So a lot of the stuff has Blood Debt. It's powerful. They banish cards from your graveyard, but the cards have Blood Debt. Now Levia's ability says if a card with 6 or more attack has been put into your banish zone this turn, cards you own lose Blood Debt during the end phase. So if you can trigger her, you get to play all these powerful attacks and not pay for them. Like, not pay for them by losing life. But if you fail to live up to your Blood Debt, you're going to take a lot of damage from it. Pretty much she's using the shadows to become more powerful, but she has a way to stop the shadows from hitting her back. But if she stops that, I mean, you could probably, with this deck, I mean, look at all the stuff that has 6 attack. You could probably stop that really quickly. And like I said, I'm just going through these so you guys can see the cards. If you're looking for... Oh, there's another rare. Alright, looks like they do have rares and legendaries in these packs, so. And like this here, as an additional cost, it banish a card from your hand. If it's shadow cards banished, it gets dominate. And then there's also the cards that are shadow and brute. Like I said, they're going to be more powerful because you can only play them in shadow brute decks. And right now, I'm pretty sure that Levia is the only shadow brute in the game. So right now, these cards are pretty much exclusively yeah, it's a double-edged sword. And we'll get into, like, this is a shadow instant, so it can only be used by shadow characters. Now we'll get into, maybe we'll open Chain next because Chain is also a shadow character. He is not a brute though. And then there's, you know, Smash with Big Tree. That's all you need to know. What are you doing? I'm gonna smash you with a big tree. Oh, all the Smash with big trees. And then some generic actions. So that's pretty much it. If you want to, I think Kitchen Table TCG on YouTube has all of these decks. He goes through them, shows you what to play. Oh, I didn't even read Smash with Big Trees text. Sure, they're strong, but I've seen rocks more intelligent. That's funny. What if they were golems? So yeah, this is pretty cool. The hero is a foil, which is pretty nice. The mentor, you can only get from the Blitz decks, which is pretty nice. Maybe we will check this out. Yeah, and it's full art. It's not shiny, though. Yeah, the hero is shiny. Hero shiny, mentor full art. I just want to look up. I bought these starter decks for about $12.50 a piece. Or no, sorry. Yeah, let's just say $12.50. Let's be honest here. About $12.50 a piece. And I'm just going back to my thing here so I can... because they have, if you go to TCG Player, they have the prices for everything, and it's really good. Just be careful when you're looking, because they don't have it sorted between first edition and unlimited unless you click on it. Yes, we are looking to start a Flesh and Blood group at Mad Bros. I have talked with the owner. We are going to be, he wants to have a Learn to Play day on the 18th of September, which is also the weekend of the Magic pre-release. So there'll be a bunch of Magic players there, so hopefully I can get them in and just play some Blitz decks while they're waiting for the next tournament to start, or at least check it out while they're waiting for the next round to start. I talked to Josh over at Nexus Gaming a little bit about showing some interest and getting some people to play. And then I have not talked to anybody from War Gear at this time. But if you look at this deck alone online, on TCG Player, if you want to buy just this card for your Brute decks, the market price for this is $9. So you're going to be better off just to probably buy the Blitz deck. And then the foil Levia is going for $3. The Spellfray Cloak is going for $3. So right there's six out of these three cards. If you were to buy the singles, is $16. So you're better off just to go buy the Blitz deck. What do you mean if you could do the same with Cardfight Vanguard? You want to start a Cardfight Vanguard league? No. If you're not doing Oracle Think Tank, you're not doing it right. Because I have a really sweet CEO Amaterasu deck right behind me. Did they switch the rules to go with the online game rules as far as defending? can't get these packs open? Oh. Do we want to... We'll go ahead and open up Chain right now. Since he is the other. He is a Shadow Runeblade. Now, he's the first Runeblade we've seen. I don't know if there's other Runeblades. Oh, that ain't bad, though. So, he can play Shadow cards, Runeblade cards, or Shadow Runeblade cards. Here's what I have going on right now. Here's just a little... They're getting hungry. The natives are getting restless. Is there Oracle Think Tank? Are any of the old cards playable anymore? Because if not, I will certainly not be interested. Chain is very cool looking. And like I said, this is the foil, so... And Chain is a very, very popular monarch. Or a very popular leader from the monarch set. That's cool, because I kind of thought some of them belonged together. Especially, there's so many smashy, attacky clans that are just like beat face, ask questions later. That they all kind of sound together. This is it's so staticky that I can't get it off of me. Now there is a Katsu deck, Mr. Tool. I believe. Yes, there is a Katsu starter blitz deck. If you go to fabstarterdecks.com, you can buy any hero starter decks for around $15 to $20. And they will give you everything you need for a blitz deck. Now, I think a lot of these they're not sealed. Somebody actually took, like I'm going to do, taking the time to build the decks out of the cards. They actually built these decks. But for $15. And then I think they also sell upgrade kits. So you can if you like playing the hero, you can upgrade it, do better things. Ooh, so looks like the adult hero might be Chain, Bound by Shadow. Now this deck is very cool. This deck, we'll get into it here. Chain, young hero. He's got 20 and 4 just like all the other ones do. All the young heroes. He has once per turn create a Soul Shackle. Your next Runeblade or Shadow action gets Go Again. And it has Go Again because it's an action. So you'll spend your action point to play this action. And since this action has Go Again, it'll give you an action point back. And then your next Runeblade or Shadow action gets Go Again. And you can't gain, if something can't gain multiple Go Agains. It's kind of like lifelink in Magic. If it gains Go Again, you just Go Again. Like if it has Go Again, Go Again, Go Again, it doesn't matter. Brantgate Joe, I'll take it. Ooh, man, that's creepy. That's the creepiest thing I'd ever seen in my life. Oh my gosh, I was not expecting that. I was not expecting that. That's Lord Sutcliffe, or at least his head. Oh, looks like the kids are home. This is the Runeblade Mentor. He's creepy. That's a head. That's a severed head. So he's explicit to this deck. And then Galaxy Black. is the weapon. He got ahead real quick. Stop. I will put that link in the chat. I don't think I'm going to post this on Facebook because it's been a long time. That is the link to buy the starter decks. And it's got the Ebb and Fold, which is the shadow equipment. The Aether Ironweave, plus I have a feeling that we're about to get visited. It's got the Scalers. It's got pretty much everything you would want to build a Shadow Runeblade deck. Right out of the gate, ready to play. You could open it up. Please put sleeves on it. But his ability is to make the Soul Shackle. The Soul Shackle is an aura that stays in play. At the beginning of your action phase, banish the top card of your deck. And then he also deals with blood deck cards. But he allows you to play cards. Let's see if I can find them. You can play these cards from your banish zones. So if you have like 3 cards in your banish zone and 3 cards in your hand and a card in arsenal, you can go into the turn with like 7 cards in your hand. Or 8 cards in your hand, I should say. So I think that's why he's called Chain, because he kind of chains everything together, and he's the best hero because it's always so versatile. And usually you can play all of your cards from your banish zone. Like you can play Riftbind from your banish zone. You can play this card from your banish zone. So you can stack a whole bunch of cards in your banish zone and then just play them all. If you can afford to cast them all. Because you still have to pay the cost for them. You still have to discard the cards for the cost. But if you're running like 3 resource pitches, then you can really combo out real quick. But almost every card in here you can play from your banish zone. I really, really like the thought of Chain, because you can just combo all of this stuff together and just do crazy things. But like I said, the same thing as the if you look at the Lord Sutcliffe, he's around $6.50. This foil chain's around $4. The gloves are also in this one, since they're shadow equipment. They're running at $3. So right there's your $6, $7, $8, $9, $10, $11, $12 in value. So you're better off just to go and buy this Blitz deck rather than buy the singles. And plus, you can't get the Lord Sutcliffe from regular packs. You can only get the Lord's... Oh, this one's already open. So we'll do this one. This is Bolton, who is the Light Warrior. And Monarch introduced light and shadow cards. And then the old one is Sir Bolton, Breaker of Dawn. You will call him Sir. You will call him Sir. So I take it, Tool, that you're enjoying the game here. Without ever playing it, just looking at the cards, you're ready to go because you saw the word ninja. So you get the foil Bolton. Now, the light heroes, they deal with a card. They deal with an ability, a new ability in the game called Soul. Soul is kind of, I don't know if you've played a little game called, what's the name of that game? Card Fight Vanguard. You can charge with him, and when you charge, it's putting a card into your soul. And then he can banish cards from the soul to give attack go again. And then he also has a mentor. Her name's Minerva. And that lets you search for the specialization. Now he's got the Hatchet of Body and the Hatchet of Mind. Now, this one says whenever you attack with Hatchet of Mind, if Hatchet of Body was the last attack, it gets +1. And this one says if you attack with Hatchet of Body, if Hatchet of Mind was the last attack, it gets +1. So you're going to have things that give you go again. So you can attack with both hatchets. Combo out, have a good time, smacking people with hatchets. Now this Minerva one, these two cards right here are already your $15 in value. So you're better off to just buy, actually you're $14.95 in value just buying these two cards. And then you get the Spell-Free Cloak, which is also going for $3. The hatchets are each going for $1. So, I mean, Gallantry Gold's going for $1. The Snapdragon Scalers are $1. So, I mean, you're looking at $20 in value just in this deck out of those cards. So, you're better off just to buy this, if you're looking for any of those. Now, Bolton's also very cool because he's a light warrior. So, you can use light cards, warrior cards, or light warrior cards. That's why these are $1, because you can put them in any warrior. Like you could even have Dorinthia, instead of swinging the Lightbringer, have her swinging these double hatchets. And then you've got abilities like, as an additional cost to play this, you can charge your hero soul, which is put a card from your hand face up under your hero card. And then a lot of the cards say, if you've charged this, if this hits, put it into your hero soul. Or this says, if you've charged, this attack gains go again. If you've charged, this gets +3. If you've charged, this gets +2. So, as an additional cost, charge. And then his thing says, banish a card from the soul to give your stuff go again. So you're going to pretty much always want to charge. And then you should have, when you play this, if there are no cards in your soul, put it into your soul when the combat chain closes. So it's automatically gonna go into your soul if you don't have one, which is nice. There's not a lot of cards, and that card being put into your soul does not count as soul charging. James, how are you doing, my friend? And then his specialization, whenever you cast him, or whenever you cast it, you can charge any number of times, and each attack you have gets +1 for every time you've charged. Like I said, if you want to see some sweet combos with these decks, check out Kitchen Table TCG. He made a deck tech video for each of these decks, and talks about cards that you could buy from the set. James, you got a PS5? Congratulations, my friend. I'm happy to see you, buddy. I was actually just talking about you. I was just talking about everybody who's come in tonight. Well, he lives across the pond, so. Yeah, I was actually talking. I had to sign a thing. I was talking to some people that I'm not allowed to talk about, and was talking about people I had met whenever my work schedule was really weird and I was playing games at 3 in the morning instead of 6 in the evening. And so I was talking about you as one of the friends I made along the way. So, thank you for being a friend. And then our last deck here, which is the hero that I am looking most forward to playing with, is Prism. It's your control deck, in my mind. She has a once per turn instant, that's how you know that it's control. 2 resources, banish a card from her soul, so she also has the soul ability. Create a Spectral Shield. A Spectral Shield means if you would take damage, destroy that shield instead. If you would take 1 damage, destroy the shield instead. And then she has a mentor that anytime you create a Spectral Shield, you can draw a card, put a card on the bottom, and then you can search for your specialization after you've done that 3 times. Yes, I'm not allowed to have that song on my Twitch anymore. So, but if you're looking to buy cards for value, Librarian is $8 right now. Foil Prism is $6 right now. There's your $14 back. The leggings are $4. So, I mean, yeah, because of copyright. It's all muted now. I have to make a video of me singing it. A lot of these cards are the Heralds, which are really cool. Just big old angels. And the thing about the Light Illusionist is it only costs 2, but it attacks for 6. But it has an ability called Phantasm. If your opponent blocks with an attack that has 6 or more, this goes away. It gets none of the abilities. So it's pretty much like she attacks psychically, but if their attack is enough, they can defend through it. And there's a bunch of different heralds: Herald of Protection, Herald of Judgment. Oh, Dream Weavers. Sorry, I couldn't help myself. Couldn't help myself. Herald of Rebirth, Herald of Synacities, Wartune Heralds, Merciful Retribution. I think this card's actually a couple dollars too. Yeah, it's $1.29. And Ode to Rathe, this is $1. So I mean, Golden Girls. Her big thing is let me find it. It's got to be in here. The card that makes her go off. Her weapon. Her weapon is the Iris of Reality. During your action phase, illusionist auras you control are weapons with 4 attack, and once per turn, you can attack with go again. So you make these spectral shields every turn while using defenses and letting your spectral shields stay alive. And then you can turn them all into weapons and just mass attack. So you set up your defenses, you control the board, you prevent damage, and then all of a sudden you're just like, hey, I'm going to swing big. It's pretty cool. I like it. And then she also has cards that, like, if it hits, it goes into your soul. So you put cards into your soul. But her big thing is the Phantasm cards. I mean, then there's just little things like this. Even this card here. It's 2 resources for 7 damage with Phantasm. No other abilities, but sometimes just hitting for 7 is really good. But there's Yeah, the Phantasm is pretty cool because they're not always going to have that stuff. And then it also comes with some of the Spectral Shield tokens, which I don't understand why the Spectral Shield tokens are double-sided. Spectral Shield, Spectral Shield. That's a little weird. But the Spectral Shield tokens are also $1 a piece. So right there's $3 in value. So, I mean, this is actually, if you were going to look and buy and sell just singles, this would be the best one to buy. Because if you look at the top cards, you're looking at 8, 6, there's 14, 350, 1750. The Merciful Retribution, there's 19, 20, 21, 22, 20. You're looking at about, out of the top 15 cards, you're looking at about $25 in value. So if you can find these for 14, I don't recommend doing that though. Just teach people how to play and build the decks. Like I said, I'm going to use all the cards I opened tonight to play and teach people how to play. And now we're going to try to not do that. Dang nabbit. There's my hand. There's my beautiful face. I left my hat in my wife's car. So I appreciate everybody for coming by tonight. Let me turn the autofocus off because autofocus is silly. Yes, you guys are wonderful. Hopefully we'll be doing some more box openings because this was a lot of fun for me. We'll see how many hits it gets if I put it on the YouTubes. And we're going to be learning how to play. Like I said, the Learn to Play event is going to be September 18th. If you're looking for places to check out, if you want to buy some decks, go to where I put in the chat, fabstarterdecks.com. You can buy starter decks for any hero. They open up boxes upon boxes, and they just build the decks. War Machine rocks. Holy cow, how are you doing, my friend? But yeah, I definitely recommend that. War Machine, I'm actually just shutting the stream down, buddy. I was just saying my goodbyes. And it makes me sad. Well, actually, we don't have to say the goodbyes. I'll say the goodbyes for the YouTube video, and then we'll just keep chatting. How's that? So, guys, thank you so much for watching, and have a good day. We're going to have good times? Okay. All right.